3. Alright, I'm here with my neighbor across the street, Eric Johnson.
How you doing?
Original B-boy from back in the days. And so what's up, Eric? What's going on, man?
How you doing, bro? What's happening with you?
Nah, you know, doing my thing, still practicing. I just want to kind of give a view, let my viewers know what you're all about, because I recently met you some months ago, and it seems that you got this history I never knew about.
Yeah.
So let's date back. When did you start dancing? Like what year, brother?
Oh man, I'm 47 now. Let me see. I was like 14, 15 years old.
And what year was that?
That was back in the 70s.
Oh, okay. So you come from the 70s, you know.
Yeah, back in the 70s. Back when Michael Jackson was on the scene, and then when Shabba Doo and the Lockers came in on the scene.
Yeah.
And it went from there all the way up to Jeffrey Daniels and Shalimar, and Jeffrey Daniels and his crew, and the Electric Boogaloo, and then I started getting turned on to Rocksteady.
Oh, Rocksteady. So was your earliest.
Yeah.
What about the New York City Breakers?
Now I was watching. I guess that was them, the Floor Masters back then.
Yeah.
And I saw it. I was on a show called Real People, I guess, and I saw it, and I said, man, that's what I want to do. I want to go up the level and you know, get that, you know. So I got a brother of mine, and me and him, we would mess around with it. We didn't think nothing was going to come of it, and we started actually messing around with it. He had other guys that stayed in the neighborhood where I lived in Mississippi. I was living in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I caught on to the dance move in Chicago. When I moved to Mississippi, I couldn't get the hip hop is something you just can't let go. It's a spiritual thing to me.
Yeah.
Once you get caught up in it, it becomes a part of your life. You know, you find yourself in school, in the hallways. You know, you're working on your floor moves, or you're working on your b-boy, you're working on your top rock, you're working on your flips, man, and the whole thing was just like, it was something I just couldn't get away from, you know. And my brother, he wasn't a big dancer. He's like, man, if I can do the moves like you do, man, we can get all the girls. You know, it's about the girls.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
heck yeah.
so I was an athlete, and so I started working with him. Well, these other guys, you know, a lot of pretty boys at that time, and the boys wanted to get the girls. So they saw that me and him had moves that would see us in the playground and stuff, working on stuff, so they started getting with us. And then we all become, you know, like friends, start hanging out, doing stuff together, you know, and we started experimenting with drinking and this, that, and the other. You know, we didn't know there was going to be a crew out of that. And then these other guys was working on something, because this other cat come from up north with them. So they had their own thing going. So when all was said and done, people started talking, little girls in the playground talking, man, these guys got a crew, they can do this. And so my brother said, hey, man, let's just make us a crew, and then we'll battle, and then the best will get all the girls.
What year was this like?
This was like in, man, 79.
Okay.
79, 78. And so we put it together. So we just first come out, we just popping. We just popping, you know, popping. Because popping was the thing, you know, back then. And I had been working all the time in my lab, in my little spot, on breakdancing, where it was b-boying then.
Yeah.
I was working on my moves and working on my moves, but I didn't see a whole lot of b-boying going on. But that one show I saw, and in my mind I had downloaded all the stuff that I'd seen. Every move I'd seen, I was working on it. And so it got better. Then they would show little glimpses. New York City Breakers was doing a little bit here, a little bit there. Then
who do you think was the rawest in it? Who did you like?
Oh man, from which crew?
New York City Breakers.
New York City Breakers. I think Chino was tight. I think Pex was tight.
Why don't you give a shout out to Pex, man, because he knows.
Man, this is brother. I am now a Minister Eric Johnson, man. You keep doing what you're doing, because you inspired a lot of brothers, man, that have been doing the wrong thing, that did the right thing just because of you and the move that God used.
Powerful Pexter.
Yup.
You hear that, Pex? He's giving you a shout out. He knows of you.
Yeah, but it happened like that, man. And before you knew it, I was working on my stuff, and then I started hearing about Dynamic.
Dynamic.
I said, who is Dynamic, man? Who's that? The Dynamic Breakers, man. They the freshest crew I knew. I said, no, man. The tightest crew in New York that I know of, that me and my boys know of, is Rocksteady and the New York City Breakers. I said, if Dynamic's tight, so Dynamic showed up at the Coliseum, and we was going to go see him. I want to see what this Dynamic was, and I saw him.
And what Coliseum was that?
This is Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, the very first fresh festival they had.
Okay.
And it was like the Fat Boys, you know, DMC, Curtis Blow.
Okay.
It was Houdini. It was a multitude, and a lot of dance groups there. So I was watching all this popping, but the new thing that I was trying to tighten up on my stuff. I wanted to see these B-boys. And Dynamic hit the stage, man. like they ran it, like they ran it. I'm like, man, these dudes are tight. And
Yeah.
my brother looked at me. He said, man, they tight. They ain't rock steady like that. I said, yeah, you right. They are tight though. He said, yeah, they tight. I said, yeah, but you know what? I said, after I seen rock steady and I seen the New York City Breakers, my whole format on the way I wanted to be, as far as my power moves, my combinations, my head spins, my the whole spirit of the b-boy,
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted my up rock. I wanted everything tight, and I used specific ones in the crews. The flip master, the brother, the flip master.
Flip rock, yeah.
Him. I took his flips. Boom, boom, boom.
And Peck.
Combination. I took Peck's and stuff. The windmill. I took from Chino. My b-boy, my up rock, and my flow rock. I took that from Peck.
Kenny
Swift.
Ken Swift.
Yeah, and I was like, man. I said, I need all these moves. So I got better and better and better.
Yeah.
But then after a while, b-boys start fading away in the United States.
Yeah.
But the spirit was still there.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to wink. So it was getting attention. I'm getting, getting influence. Young guys come to me, Eric, man, what do I do about this? Because the b-boy scene was leaving.
And what year was this?
This was back in, let me see, I would say 97, 6, 7. It was fading away, 96 and 7 in that area. But,
in your area. Okay.
Yeah, my area.
There's actually still big kind in Cali.
Oh, it's big now.
Oh, okay.
It made a fade, but then it came back.
And let me ask you this: what was your first crew? What was the crew that you had?
The first crew I was with, we was the body mechanics.
Okay.
The body mechanics. We went from the body mechanics. We had a split because it was cast to wanted to stay with the pop locking, and we had it, and we was really the guys that was sort of putting that thing in motion. Everybody had played their part, but in it. But the guy that put all the routines and stuff together, and the guy that put the tricks and all the stunts in it. My brother did the routines. I did the stunts, and we put it to the crew. And then we went, we was winning contests and everything. So when they want to do their own thing, because they start smelling their own behind, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah.
So we didn't want to get no confrontation because we love them like brothers. So I tell you what, you guys do this. When you guys in contests, we won't get in them. When we're in contests, you don't get in them. We'll keep it like that. So that was cool. So me and my brother, we branched off, picked up these other cats that was trainable, that wanted to know what time it was.
Yeah.
They wanted to be on top of the game, and we got them, we trained them. And within like 3 months, they had windmills, they had head spins, they had flips, they had stunts, and they were tight. And they were tighter than the guys that we left in the b-boy.
Yeah.
So we formed our own crew, and we was the rocking crew.
That's you guys called the rocking crew.
We was called the rocking crew.
And what year was this right here?
This was in 81.
Okay.
81. And in 81, we started then. And we was in high school. We was doing pep rallies, man. We was doing radiotrons and everything. We was.
What do you mean by radiotrons?
Radiotrons is when radio stations come together and battle like DJs and stuff.
Oh,
and
okay.
Go, and they knew we would be there, and they would go, and there was DJs in there, and cats be dancing. We would take the floor, and we just run it. And what happened was, they had heard so much about what we was doing, they wanted to challenge us. The crew that we built.
Who was the first? Oh, that was the first crew you battled?
That's the crew. Yeah, it was the crew. Yeah, our crew.
Yeah.
We battled the guys that we was up, and so nobody would want to battle them. No, they would battle them, but they wouldn't want to battle us. And the guys that we battled didn't want to battle them.
Yeah.
They would battle each other. They didn't want to battle each other. So what happened was, my brother said, "Nah, we're gonna be kings, man. In order to be kings, we gotta squash them, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it in love, man. We ain't gonna start no jump, but we're gonna squash." So the big contest was going on in the mall. And
what was that mall called?
Huh?
What was that mall called?
It was the Tupelo Mall.
Tupelo Mall,
Mississippi. That's the name, Tupelo Mall.
Okay.
And now I think it's there, but it's not like it was. It's gone.
Yeah.
They built a big one, in other words.
Oh, okay, I see.
And it was a radio station, and the radio station trying to get a crew to represent them.
Oh, okay, promotion.
Yeah,
there you go.
So my brother said, man, we can get that money. We can get uniforms, man. We can pay all the cats, man. And these cats just want to get with us. And we saw a lot of talent out there, but we didn't have money to go get these cats and put them down and do the next thing, because we was growing.
Yeah.
And so the contest came about, and the girls pumped it up again. But we had got more response. It wasn't about the girls. It was about reputation then.
Yeah.
We want to be number one. So my brother said, look, man, we can either battle them, man, or we can tuck our tail and run, man, trying to keep peace. But you know what we stand for, man. I said, yeah, you're right. Tell them we want to do it. So we got to the mall. When we got to the mall, it was like being at a football game. It was people everywhere. They knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we went up in there, and my brother said, look, man, if we going to do this, we can't hold back nothing. We just got to kill them.
Oh yeah,
we got to kill them, man. Yeah,
executions, huh?
Yeah, we got to do it. So I said, it's on, man. So when we got out there, they started talking crazy to us when we first got there on the floor.
Okay.
And when they did that right there, I said, man, let the dogs loose, and we ripped them.
Yeah.
We ripped them, man. Just long story short, we ripped them. And they hugged us, man, and they said, you know what, y'all tight, man. Y'all the best, man. Y'all the best. And after that, there was no more contests. We were just doing performances.
Yeah.
Performing in all different things, different radio. Some television, we did one little, what you want to call it, commercial for Channel 9 News. We did a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
They did interviews on us and everything.
And then did you actually tour? You said in a conversation we had that you actually toured, opened up for some bands?
Yeah, we opened up the Barcade, Roger Troutman and Zap, golly. And the rest of the time I was uninfluenced.
He's a minister now, y'all.
I'm a minister now, but that was the past. But yeah, and we did a lot. We did a lot of shows, and it's something I'll never forget. It's something I'll never forget. We did a lot of that, man. And when it was over, it was a sad moment in my life because that was a moment I would never ever forget. And for all the B-boys out there, it is not over. And the B-boy is in you, it's in your heart. But I want you to understand something. If it had not been for God to give you that joy, that gave you peace, that gave you some understanding, that gave you the ability to do what you did, you wouldn't even exist. Exactly. So all praises do go to God for all that.
Yes.
And if any guys from Rocksteady or the New York City Breakers are dynamic listening, I thank God for you guys because you kept me out of the street.
Yep.
But you kept me in the club, but you kept me out of the street. And that, brother, other than that, that's it. Oh, shout out go to all my brothers, Gil, Gary, Jeff, Dietrich, Darren, Bebe, Clyde, Pat, my God, Rerun, rest in peace. I can't think of Lady Bop, rest in peace. Stan, which is in jail right now. Michael Barkley, rest in peace. It's so many.
Yeah.
But I thank God for them being in my life, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
What up? All right, so we're gonna sign out of here with Minister Eric Johnson, and all right, we're out.